Right. Clear? Right. So this is for the first time when you are trying to create a project using PyCharm. This is going to be a project name. August at Alladi Cloud Training Automation 2024 is my project name. See, entire your course is going to be write the programs on this particular tool only, right? So if you have any questions, you please ask me, right? Yes. Now, so we have to learn how to organize the files as part of this particular integrated development environment. This tool is called integrated development environment tool, where entire the software development lifecycle will be managed by this, even real-time projects also. Clear? Firstly, this is the project name. If you consider how to create another directory as a nested, which is as a next. If you right click on it, you create a directory. Today, I would like to talk about fundamentals of the Python. Clear? Fundamentals of Python. This is the directory. Next day, if you want another directory, right click on it, click onto that. I will be talk about operators concept. Operators in Python. Next, because the programs has to be organized in a systematic manner. Next, I would like to talk about control statements in Python. Right? Now, I'll be go back. Today, about fundamentals of the Python. Firstly, let me talk about certain theoretical things. If you want to create any file within fundamentals, I want to write a theoretical things. Therefore, the first one is file, which is the text file. If you want a Python file, you have to click onto this. Now I want a theoretical file. Clear? Now what exactly I'm talking today? Types of data. Types of data. Yeah. Clear? Where the file has been created within the fundamentals directory, it's a subset, which is a subfile, where I am going to talk about once. To increase the font size, Shift Alt dot. Shift Alt dot to increase the size of the font. To reduce the size of the font, Shift Alt comma so that it will be reduce the font. To increase, Shift Alt dot will be the shortcut to increase the font. So today I'm talking about types of data in Python. Types of data in Python. Clear? Clear? Yeah. See, firstly, can you define what is a data? Yeah, Sandisha is saying that data is nothing but set of instructions. Is that correct? Correct, huh? Program is nothing but set of instructions. But data means what? See, that's what I'm telling you. Even last class also I told you that. You might be from reputed schools. You might be completely from English medium. But at a particular moment of time, when you are not able to define what a particular word is, I think you are look like a dumb. You are look like a illiterate. డేటా అని నిన్ను ఎవరన్నా ఒక చిన్న పిల్లలు అడిగారు అనుకో ఏం చేస్తావు? ఏంటి మమ్మీ డేటా అన్నారంటే అడుగుతారు కదా క్వశ్చన్లు. చిన్నపిల్లలు అంటే ఒక ఎల్కేజీ యూకేజీ పిల్లలు ఆ పెన్ డ్రైవ్ లో డేటా ఉంది నువ్వేం ముట్టుకోకరా అన్నాం అనుకో, మమ్మీ ఏంటి వర్డ్ మీన్ బై డేటా అన్నాడు అనుకో, ఎలా చెప్పాలనుకుంటావు నువ్వు డేటా అంటే? డోంట్ టెల్ దట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్. ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఈస్ డిఫరెంట్, డేటా ఈస్ డిఫరెంట్. రైట్, ఓకే. డోంట్ ట్రై టు డిఫైన్ యువర్ ఓన్ ఇంగ్లీష్. అక్కడే ప్రాబ్లం అవుతుంది. డేటా ఈస్ raw fact. This is the exact meaning of a data. Sir, what do you mean by fact? Fact means, example, let's suppose when you watch certain thriller movies, right? Do you know Kick movie? Have you seen Kick movie, Ravi Teja movie? In Ravi Teja movie, Ravi Teja used to give one hint to the police officer that a loser. What is the loser? Can you understand by seeing loser? What does it mean? Police officer could అర్థం కాదు. It's an encrypted format word. It's a data. Data is a raw fact. By using data, you cannot take a decision. Can you take a decision? ఇప్పుడు loser అన్నాను, నీకేం అర్థమైంది? No, right? You are not. You have a data. ఆ డేటా లోపల హిడెన్ డేటా ఉంది. Are you understanding my రా ఫ్యాక్ట్ అంటే? ఇప్పుడు నేను సింపుల్ గా 1 2 3 4 అన్నా. దిస్ ఈజ్ రా ఫ్యాక్ట్, దిస్ ఈజ్ రా డేటా. నిన్ను అడిగాను అనుకో నేను, వాట్ ఈస్ మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ 1 2 3 4? ఈస్ దట్ ATM పిన్ నంబర్? ఈస్ దట్ యువర్ రోల్ నంబర్? ఈస్ దట్ యువర్ డాటర్ పిన్ నంబర్? ఈస్ దట్ యువర్ హాస్పిటల్ ID? What do you mean by 1 2 3 4? It's a raw data. With raw data, you cannot take any decision. Are you clear? Unless and until this data will be bring to the metadata, then it will become an information. Information మీద మనము ఏదైనా డెసిషన్ తీసుకోగలం. When the data is still remains the data, it is having an erroneous, it is having a bias. Data is always noisy. అంటే డేటా ఎప్పుడు కరెక్ట్గా అనుకోవద్దు. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, మన ఎలక్షన్స్, ఏపీ ఎలక్షన్స్ అదే జరిగింది. రోజా ఏమని చెప్పింది? మీకు దమ్ము ఉంటే 175 స్థానాల్లో 175 కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్ నుంచి మీరు నిలబెట్టండి మీ నాయకులు అనింది. ఏమైంది? 160 వీళ్ళు గెలిస్తే 10 వాళ్ళు గెలిచారు. సర్వే ఏమని చెప్పింది? వైఎస్ఆర్సీపీనే గెలుస్తుందని చెప్పింది. కానీ ఏమైంది? విచ్ మీన్స్, see, I'm telling this example, there is a fact, there is a data. The people, media people have taken some survey data and conveyed to the people that this is the survey is done, this is the data. By taking a data, the outcome of the result, is that correct or false? Completely became false. Yes or no? Therefore, data might have always erroneous. Data is biased. Data is noisy. You have to pre-process the data, add certain attribute and metadata to the data such a way that the data would become information. Are you clear? డైమండ్ కూడా అంతే. డైమండ్ చేతికి దొరికినప్పుడు నీకు తెలియనోడికి దొరికింది అనుకో డైమండ్, ఇది డైమండా లేదంటే ఏదైనా మామూలు స్టోన్ అనేసి మనం పక్కన పడేస్తాం. ఇఫ్ యూ గో టు రాయలసీమ, you used to find diamond kind of stones very casually when you are doing fields in the crop. బట్ అది వజ్రమా నార్మల్ స్టోనా మనకి తెలియదు. బట్ ది డైమండ్ హ్యాస్ అ స్పెసిఫిక్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్. అంటే అది తెలిసిన వాడికే తెలుస్తుంది. దాని మీద మట్టి ఉంటుంది. ఇట్స్ రా డేటా. రా డేటా అన్నది దాన్ని రా ప్రోడక్ట్ అంట. దాన్ని పాలిష్ చేసి అందులో కొన్ని డైమెన్షన్స్ ని మనం బయటికి తీస్తే అప్పుడు ఇది డైమండా కాదా అని మనకు తెలుసు. ఆర్ యు క్లియర్? ఓకే, గ్రేట్. సో ద డేటా ఈజ్ said to be a raw fact. If you pre-process data, then it becomes information. Information is useful to take decisions scientifically. Clear? I said human surveys, human random observations not going to be considered as a universal decisions. I need a mathematical perspective to be applied on the data such a way that it will become information. నేను కొన్ని చెప్తాను మీకు. నార్మలైజేషన్, మీన్, మోడ్, స్క్యూనెస్, ఇంటర్ క్వార్టల్ రేంజ్, ఇవన్నీ మీరు స్టాటిస్టిక్స్ లో చదివారు. Do you understand why they required, where they required, without which can't be able to do the data analysis? ఇవన్నీ క్వశ్చన్స్ మీకు రైజ్ అవ్వాలి. ప్లీజ్ కైండ్లీ అండర్స్టాండ్ దట్. Yes or no? Correct. Great. Okay. Now, see, we are talking about data. You have understand what is data and what is the information too. Now the concept is types of data broadly. There is a data called analog data. There is a data called as a digital data. Clear? Yes or no? Right. So what do you mean by analog data? The data which is represented with sine waves. In what form you are going to see? You see, there is a way that it will be represented like this. Clear? This form is called as analog data. Frequency. Are you clear? This when we grow this line, it will be a positive. When it is go down, it will be a negative. This is how increasing will be represented by binary 1, decreasing will be represented with a 0. This is how analog data, our voice, నేను మాట్లాడుతున్నది analog data. Do you understand analog data? What do you mean by that? Do you understand? It is a sound, right? Can you write it? No. Tak tak. Certain words are there, we can spell out, but we cannot write. Clear? Right. So analog data human cannot understand. Can understand. ఇప్పుడు మనం హాస్పిటల్కి వెళ్ళామనుకో, our heartbeat, our BP levels, sugar levels, humidity, many things will be represented, temperature, all these with a sine waves. డాక్టర్ మనం అడిగామనుకో, sir, now the heartbeat of a man will be like this. Does mean that the candidate is healthy? When the line would become like this, no more. Frequency is constant. కొంతవరకే అర్థమవుతుంది. అదే లైన్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ కోమా స్టేజ్ స్ట్రైట్ అయిపోయిందంటే నో మోర్. See, when you see the analog data, we would understand little bit, but 100% you don't understand properly. Therefore, a human being can understand digital data very nicely, very perfectly. Are you clear? Okay. So, what type of data you are going to see in the analog? Yeah. Temperature, blood pressure, humidity, and heartbeat, etc. These are all will be represented with the help of analog data. Yes or no? Now, I said the digital data is going to be understandable by the human being perfectly. What are the classification of digital data? Let me talk about it. There is a numeric data. Whenever we talk about a numeric data, a data can be an integer form, a data can be a float form. Float is nothing but a real form. It is a one kind of a data where human being can be represent, can be used in our day-to-day life. Yes or no? Absolutely. Correct. Second one. Clear? Now, there is a string data. String is nothing but collection of alphanumeric and special characters are said to be a string. Correct? Alphanumeric special characters. Yeah, are said to be a string. Your email ID is going to be a best example for this string. Yes or no? Great. There is another kind of data is a Boolean data. Exactly, great. True, false. So, in day-to-day life, are you using Boolean data? Can you tell me? Sudhir, can you tell me in what situation you are going to apply the Boolean data to take a certain decisions in your real life? Chip. You think, no, because this Boolean data is very much useful. Newspapers? Yeah. Okay. What you will do with newspaper? They give me some data and then use this to see, whenever you talk something, everybody has funds. You tell to your friends. If they are understanding, definitely I will also understand. Talk to them. See how the AC is going to work. You ever thought? Now we are operating the AC, right? But now at present point of time, there are the concept called as smart ACs, smart inverters. What does it mean? When the room temperature goes beyond the 18 degrees of the temperature, automatically the AC is going to be switched on. If the room temperature will go down less than the 18 degrees, then automatically AC is going to be off. This less than, greater than the relation operators are going to be a resultant value in the true or false. Geyser. There is a geyser, right? At home, every bathroom has a geyser. Many people have been expired because of heaters. Yes or no? But a small example, a small iteration, you keep one temperature sensor called as a DHT or LMS35 sensor. When the water temperature goes beyond the 45 degrees, automatically geyser will stop consuming the power. When the power will be go less than 40 degrees, automatically the heater will consume the power. It will make the water as a boiling. How beautiful! What decision it will take? Boiling. That's what. Boolean data is very much useful in real time. Whatever the decisions are taken, mathematically, programmatically. But will never be applied in our detail. Yes or no? అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి ఎప్పుడైనా మన రియల్ లైఫ్ లో మనం ఏదైనా అప్లయన్సెస్ ని యూజ్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు మీరు రిఫ్రిజిరేటర్ కూడా అప్పుడప్పుడు మనకి పవర్ కన్జ్యూమ్ చేసినట్టు టక్ అనే ఒక సౌండ్ వస్తుంది అంటే అప్పుడు అది పవర్ ని తీసుకుంటుందని over a period of time when the temperature of the refrigerator go below certain level it will be stop consuming power 5-star 3-star 4-star rating మనం devices ని తీసుకుంటాం కదా if you take 5-star rating devices the power consumptions become little less because it has a smart program. Are you clear? Please apply your common sense whenever you are using electronic gadgets at your home, at your office, at your phone. Everywhere observe that. Understand? Great, great. Right. Next is that complex data. What does it mean? You never seen the complex data? Sharanya? Shunle? Are you sure? Vamshi? Quadratic equations లో రియల్ డేటా ఇమాజినరీ డేటా ఇవన్నీ చెప్పుకుంటాం గుర్తుందా that's a complex data a data which has a real part and imaginary part is called a complex data vector data linear algebra quadratic equations in many situations we use the complex data yes or no real data will be represented in the form of that such a way that the data analysis is going to be takes place. See, you have to be recollect your mathematical knowledge. Just simply have learnt and forgetting is not a behavior of a man. Certain things will be, we have to carry till your last breath. Clear? Great. Yeah. The next thought, is that there is a data called as a none. None means what? Nothing. Void. Clear? In what situation you are going to specify the none data? To fill the missing data. To fill the missing data. Let's suppose there is a completed form. There is a completed registration form, enrolling form. Nowadays, you are not finding certain entries. Otherwise, if you go back 10 years back, if you find any registration form over the online, there is a fax number to be entered. There is a landline number to be entered. alternate phone number, alternate mail ID. Don't think that, everybody will have an alternate number, alternate mail ID, and fax number, landline number. Yes or no? Somebody might have, somebody might not have. The people who don't have a fax number and landline numbers, they will be keep it as a blank. They won't fill anymore. But we have to submit the data complete to the server or not. Otherwise, the data will not get saved into the server. When the candidate doesn't have a data to enter into the form, then in programmatic manner, we are supposed to be specify none as a parameter to the function. These are all things again you are going to be addressed at a programmatic level. It's a very basic fundamental level I am talking about. Clear? Yes, great. Okay. Now, right. The next is that binary data. This binary data, obviously we know that zeros and ones. Clear? What is the base for the binary data? What is the base? What is the base for decimal data? See kindly, what is the base for decimal data? 10. Decimal means what? 10. But binary base 2. Correct? We know, being a human, mathematically 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes or no? First, tenths, hundreds, and thousands, like that from right to left. The weightage of the value, if I say, like, if I say 122, 123, the 3 at a first position, 2 at a 10th position, and 1 at a third, like, 100th position, like that will be, weightage is going to increase. Yes or no? So the base 10. Similarly, and binary data is only useful when electronic devices will be process the data. Computer, mobiles, most of the electronics data devices will only understand the binary data. Understand? How the binary data is going to be generated for each and every characters of your keyboard using ASCII value. What is the full form of ASCII? American Standard Code information for correct. Please, ఈ వర్డ్స్ అన్ని నోట్లో తిరగాలి. As many number of times you have to be spell it out such a way that the more number of days or maybe years together you would be remembered certain things. Are you clear? Kindly do that. So next is that octal data. Have you heard about octal data? What do you mean by octal? 8. Octal means 8. Yeah. So 0 to 7 will be the range of values. Base 8 will be the for octal data. It's also a scientifically we will be noted them. In day-to-day life, we are not going to use them. Similarly, yeah, hexadecimal data. Hexadecimal data. Have you heard about hexadecimal data? Okay. Yes, absolutely. 0 to 9 will be as usual value. The 10 is going to be represented with a capital A. 11 is represented with a capital B. 12 is represented with a capital C. 13 is represented with a capital D. 14 is represented with a capital E. And 15 is represented with a capital F. This is base 16. Base 16. Clear? Great. Okay. Next. And lastly, we know that is, decimal data. Where 0 to 9 will be the range of values. Base 10. Are you clear? Now, please tell me, in the whole world, you are living in the artificial intelligence world, you are living in the digital world, where as per my knowledge, scientifically, conceptually, mathematically, the digital data will be fall any one of them among these nine. Apart from this, do you have any idea that any other data will also be fall under the digital data? Definitely 100% no. These categories of the data will be fall under the data called as a digital data. Universally, conceptually, mathematically. You can refer any books. Definitely we'll be having the same similar way of expressing the way how digital data classified, because a human can understand these data. We know being a mathematically, we have knowledge. We know that we are a human being. We have right from the beginning we studied knowledge. How system understands that? Let's we practice through the program. Are you clear? Okay. Let's before going to that, before going to this, let me talk little other thing. In Python, input output statements are there. Input and output statements in Python. Clear? What does it mean? In C programming, you might know C programming, right? Yes or no? You know C programming. Scanf is a function, act as an input function to read data from the keyboard at a runtime. Whereas the printf output function to display content onto the screen. Are you clear? In a similar way, in Python, we do have following functions. There is a function is called as a input function to allow reading data from the keyboard at a runtime from the user. Clear? Print is the function allow to display data onto this. So I'll be share this particular file to you. You need not to worry about it. I'll be share this. You need not to focus on the writing something else. Just listen my class and try to understand meaningfully. Are you understanding or do you have any ambiguity? Please let me know. Please don't be act. Clear? Yeah. So, right. Okay. Let's go to the hands-on knowledge now. And before that, I would like to talk another topic. Comments in Python. This is the other topic. Because these are the things fundamentally we have to understand before going to the actual contribution. Comments in Python. As per your knowledge, while watching the cricket, you guys used to see that somebody is going to be commentary. Somebody will be, somebody from Telugu also used to be give commentary towards the cricket. So we are watching the video, we are listening everything. Why commentary is required? Yes, please. Just like that, I'm asking you. It gives you little more data. Correct. Let me take my case. In my entire life, from childhood to till now, I never spend 1 hour time to watch the cricket. I never see. I'm a state level kabaddi player. Clear? Recently, one day, I think, when was the August? July 1st, right? When was the World Cup has happened? July, no? In July? Yes, July. I think some day, one day. That day, somebody, my friends have came to my house. Almost we were 10 people. They were asking me to switch on the TV and they wanted to see the, cricket. We are doing party and we are enjoying everything. But I never noticed during that whole day, that night, that was a World Cup. Just like that, people, those who like the cricket, they used to see, right? I never bother about that cricket. Simply, I'll do my work, That was a World Cup, it seems. That day, whoever have come to my home, one of their relative is met with an accident. He is in the coma stage. These people are enjoying like anything. My wife is asking, other side, the one person has admitted in hospital. These people are enjoying like that, what cricket they're seeing. They are saying that it's a World Cup. That was a situation. The point is that why I told all this entire story, if the commentary will tell you, some extra information to you, which is called a metadata. Right. Let me write the purpose of the comment. Comment used in programming to maintain documentation properly. See, whenever you write a lakhs of lines of code, when you left the organization, correct, another person will come and share. In future, we want enhancements to the existing program. Maybe certain changes required for an existing program. If there is no proper documentation have been maintained by the prior people, I think next people might not be able to understand the things properly. It might be understandable, but take a lot of time. Therefore, comments writing by the programmer as part of the documentation such a way that it's an auditable document. It's going to be improvise the readability of the people. Look, comments improve readability of a program. Readability of the program. There are two types of comments we declared in Python. That's one is single line comment. Second one is multi-line comment. Yes or no? Now comes to single line comment represented by as symbol. Clear? The multi-line comment is represented by and moreover, for our kind information, note comments are not executable statements. Executable statements. They're simply ignored by the interpreter. Clear? Clear? Let's go to the hands-on now. See, so far we spoken about theory. I wrote completely in the text pad. Now in the same folder, I wanted to create one Python file for the demonstration. Clear? Data types, input, output, statements, demo. Clear? Yes or no? Right, right. Now, right. So firstly, I wanted to demonstrate. I said numeric data. I said numeric data. See, there is an understanding between the human perception, computer perception. I said mathematically we know that numeric data will be either integer data or either a float data. How do system understand that the data is a float or integer? మనకు తెలుసు కదా ఎందుకంటే మనం చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి చదువుకున్నాం కాబట్టి కంప్యూటర్కి ఎలా తెలుస్తుంది? Do you think the computer is having common sense? No. Yes or no? Great. Now, firstly, you declared one static variable. There is a concept already is explained to you. That is a concept called number one is equal to 100. Number two is equal to 200. Number one, number two or both are variables, identifiers, objects. There are three names we used to call them. Are you clear? Great. Now, print. If you wanted to confirm that the number one variable is holding a numerical data or a float data, there is a built-in function called as a type. If you pass no1, you see the output. How do you execute the program over the Python? There are four ways. There are four ways we have. Firstly, there is a run, or else right click onto this particular program and you can run. Right click on this particular program, you can run, and you can run through this particular enter button. There are four ways to run the program. So that the purpose of this program is to be processed by this central processing unit. According to the instruction you have provided, the output will be produced by this particular program. Now, the intention of this program is what? Basically, if I am holding the 100 as part of a number one, if I am holding, 200.35 or else 25. Say, awesome, class interest. Correct. Now, I wanted to know, the intention is to know what type of data holding by the number one as the identifier. I am expecting result as int. Correct. Let's I'm executing. Right click on it. Run the program. You see the output, what it is displayed? The data which is holding by the number one, which is 100, is belonging to the class called integer type. Are you clear? ఇక్కడ మనం అర్థం చేసుకునేది వేరు, కంప్యూటర్ అర్థం చేసుకునేది వేరు. నువ్వు చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి చదివిన నువ్వే కాంప్లెక్స్ డేటా అంటే ఏం చెప్పట్లేదు. ఒక 10 ఏళ్ళు చదివినావు, మరి కంప్యూటర్కి ఎట్లా తెలుసు? నో, రైట్? సో హియర్ ద థింగ్స్ ఆర్ మనము చేయడం చేత కాకని కంప్యూటర్తో చేస్తున్నాం. ఫ్యాక్టరీల్ ఆఫ్ గివెన్ నెంబర్ 5 చేయమంటే 2 minutes తీసుకున్నాం. 100 చేయమని అనుకో 10 రోజులు తీసుకుంటాం. నీకు చేత కాదు కాబట్టి మనం ప్రోగ్రామ్ రాస్తున్నాం. ఆర్ క్లియర్? దెన్ హౌ కంప్యూటర్ ఈస్ అండర్స్టాండింగ్ యువర్ డేటా, ఇట్ మస్ట్ బి ఇంటర్ప్రిటెడ్ బై దాట్. దానికి ఒక డేటా ఎలా అర్థమవుతుందో నీకు కూడా అర్థం అవ్వాలి. ఎందుకంటే నువ్వే కదా దానికి ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఇస్తున్నది. దానికి ఎలా అర్థమవుతుంది అనేలాగా నువ్వు ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్ ఇవ్వాలి. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇక్కడ ఉంది ఏబి. వంశీ, you tell me mathematically what do you mean by AB? Mathematically I'm talking about, not English. If there are two characters, if the two variables are associated with each other, it's a product of A and B. Yes or no? If you write AB also, you will be understand as a product of A and B, right? But computer don't understand. It has to be declared as a A star B. అంటే కంప్యూటర్కి అర్థమయ్యే లాంగ్వేజ్ ఏంటి? ఏ అండ్ బి. బీయింగ్ అ హ్యూమన్, ఏబి అని రాస్తే ఇట్స్ అ ప్రోడక్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఏ అండ్ బి నువ్వు చెప్తున్నావు. ఎందుకు? కంప్యూటర్ నువ్వు మ్యాథమెటికల్గా నేర్చుకున్నావు కదా. బట్ కంప్యూటర్ డజంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ కామన్ సెన్స్. వీ హ్యావ్ టు ఇన్స్ట్రక్ట్ ఇట్ టు ది కంప్యూటర్ వెరీ పర్ఫెక్ట్లీ. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ there is a equation S is equal to ut plus half at square. ఇదేంటి? mathematical equation. Do you think this equation is understandable to the programming language by the computer as it is? Can you tell me, Vamshi? Are you from computer science, right? How do you write an equivalent expression? Can you tell me? Sudhir, మన పర్సెప్షన్ వేరు, కంప్యూటర్ పర్సెప్షన్ వేరు. Computer don't understand if you don't write an instruction appropriately according to the programming specifications. Are you clear? ut is the product of e1t. ut plus half can be make it as a 0.5 into a into t into t. ఇలా రాస్తేనే కంప్యూటర్కి అర్థమవుతుంది. సో నీకు అర్థమయ్యే ఈక్వేషన్ వేరు, కంప్యూటర్కి అర్థమయ్యేలాగా రాసే ఈక్వేషన్ వేరు. బికాస్ ఇట్ డజంట్ హ్యావ్ అ కామన్ సెన్స్. See, let's suppose if you know Hindi, నీ పేరు ఏంటి అని చెప్పడానికి నువ్వు ఏమంటావు? आपका नाम क्या है, right? ఉర్దూలో సేమ్ ఆల్మోస్ట్. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? అంటే నీకు ఒక లాంగ్వేజ్ వస్తే ఇంకొక లాంగ్వేజ్లో నీకు కామన్ సెన్స్ వల్ల నువ్వు అర్థం చేసుకుంటున్నావు. అదే మరాఠీ తుజే నావ్ కాయ్. ఈ వర్డింగ్ అనేది, సెంటెన్సెస్ వోకల్ సౌండ్ అనేది వెరీ సిమిలర్గా ఉంటుంది చాలా మంది. కన్నడ చూడండి, మాట్లాడడం రాదు కానీ చదవడం చాలా ఈజీ, తెలుగులాగానే ఉంటుంది. నీకు తెలుగు లాంగ్వేజ్లో నాలెడ్జ్ ఉండడం వల్ల అది కొద్దిగా తిప్పి రాస్తారు, ఆపోజిట్ లేదు అసలు. వీ కెన్ రీడ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఇన్ ది కన్నడ, బట్ ది సిమాంటిక్ మీనింగ్ ఇస్ డిఫరెంట్. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? రైట్. సో what I would like to convey to you is that expressions mathematically, programmatically, they are different. A plus B నువ్వు మ్యాథమెటికల్ గా చేయొచ్చు, ప్రోగ్రామాటికల్ గా కూడా చేయొచ్చు. కరెక్ట్. రెండింట్లో సేమ్ A plus B అనేది, కానీ A into B నే ప్రాబ్లం. ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ యూ టెల్ మీ A మాడ్యులస్ B. దీన్ని ఏమంటాం మనం మ్యాథమెటిక్స్ లో? పర్సెంటైల్ సింబల్ అంటాం. కానీ ఇక్కడ పర్సెంటైల్ సింబల్ కనిపించడానికి అది, కానీ దాని పర్పస్ వేరు. ఆర్ యు క్లియర్? When you perform the division operation, this particular symbol will return coefficient of a result. But whereas this particular symbol will return remainder of the result. Are you clear? See, I'm just making you, there is an ambiguity for you guys that for, I'm just digging, I'm just going to your level and just telling you that, ఇది అది కాదు నువ్వు అనుకునేది కాదు ఇది వేరు అని చెప్తున్నాను. Are you clear? Great, great. Okay. I have demonstrated that really how do we know a particular variable is holding an integer value or float value. Let's suppose x is holding what type of value? Float value. మనకు తెలుసు అది float value అని. The data which has two portions. Dot కంటే ముందు integer portion, dot తర్వాత decimal portion. If such kind of values are there, that will be indicated as a float or real data. Does computer understand that? Type of x. You see the output? Float. Yes or no? So which means what? Computer ki kuda idi enti data anedi telusadu daniki. Otherwise, we cannot expect that the result is going to be accurate as like, a human does. Are you clear? Great, great. Okay. Next. What is the next data I was talking about? String data. Email. Email will be a string data. Yes or no? Alladi cloud training underscore 123 dot @gmail.com. You tell me A, B, C, D, all this comes under alpha. 123 will become a numeric. Underscore dot will be called it as a special characters. Combinationally, we treat this particular email as an object is holding string data within the double quotation. According to C, C++ and Java, a string will be recognized by the compiler or interpreter when you declare within the double quotations. But even in the Python, we can declare within the single quotation and triple quotation too. Let me write city, which is the Hyderabad. Clear? And it is not a double quotation. I'm just declaring it as a single quotation. I'm demonstrating to you, is that accept single or not? Yes or no? And district is equal to Rangareddy. Clear? How do system understand that? Are they string type of a data? Again, we have to write. Which means that, does system understand if we declare with a single quotation, double quotation, triple quotation, system ardham avutada? Adi string laga consider chestada? Yes, definitely it will be. Type of email, print type of city, print type of district. You see the output? 3 of them will be recognized as a string or not? Yes or no? See, you have to notice there is a point. I told about comment lines, right? ఇక్కడ చూడండి నేను ఇక్కడ comment line రాశాను. Have you observed? Hash is a symbol which is to write a single comment. But sometimes ఇక్కడ చూడండి 2 lines రాశాను. ఈ 2 lines ని 2 hash లీవ్ చేయకుండా why don't you make like this? It will be multi-line. then a multi-line comment. When there is a line will go to the next line, why don't we keep it as a multi-line rather than this hash symbol? We can write a paragraph also. Multi-line is represented with a 3 triple quotations. Single line will be comment written with a hash. So documentation is possible with the help of writing a comments appropriately relevant to the concerned concept. అలా రాస్తే వేరే వాళ్ళకి అర్థమవుతుంది ఇది ఏంటిది అసలు ఎందుకోసం రాశారు అని మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది. ఎస్ సార్, గ్రేట్ గ్రేట్. సో string is over. Next is that what? Boolean data. So we have Boolean data will be represented with two kinds of a data. True. T is capital. F is capital. Certain keywords are already predefined by the programming language. We shouldn't change them. We have to use them unconditionally according to as such they have defined. Are you clear? Great. Okay. Now, T is equal to I declared as a true. Let's suppose in what situation where, let's suppose, have you submitted Aadhaar card at a bank? Then I'll make it as a true. Have you submitted, have you not submitted PAN card at a bank? I'll make it as a false. Yes or no? No. The point is that I know that the true is equal to 1 according to electronics level. Does system understand this true as a Boolean? Yes or no? You just try to print and just get the confirmation. Type of right? If I consider true as 1, 1 plus 5 is what? 6, right? See, నేనేం చెప్తున్నాను, ట్రూ అని 1 అని కంప్యూటర్కి అర్థమవుతుంది అని చెప్తున్నాను నేను. ఇఫ్ ఐ మేక్ 1 plus 5 అంటే ట్రూ అనేది ఒక స్ట్రింగ్ లాంటిది కదా. ట్రూ అంటే 1 అని కంప్యూటర్కి అంటే తెలుసు, ఎస్ ఇట్ నోస్. ఇప్పుడు ట్రూ అనేది 1 అయినప్పుడు 1 plus 5 is going to become what? I am expecting T, if I print, it would be print as a 6. You see the output? అంటే ట్రూ అనే వాల్యూ 1 అని కంప్యూటర్ కూడా తెలుసు. Are you confirmed? Great. Okay. Now similarly false. F is equal to false. See, ఎప్పుడైతే నేను F కొట్టిన వెంటనే ఇది చూపిస్తుంది చూడు మనకి. If there is a word will be displaying up, this is concept called auto completion concept, personalization concept, that will help you to the programmer or developer to reduce the syntactical errors over writing the programs. Only integrated development environment platforms can be only having this particular feature. If you go to Notepad, if you go to the text pad, you don't find this kind of options for you. Are you clear? Great, great. False. Now you have to confirm that, is that type of F. Now it will be a Boolean value. Clear? Now false, I'm treating it as a 0. 0 plus 5 is going to become what? Absolutely. So now you print and confirm. F. Clear? So నేనేమంటున్నానంటే, don't be overconfident that you have a knowledge about everything. నేను నిన్ననే చెప్పాను మీకు, సింపుల్ గా ఒక మ్యాథమెటికల్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ 20 plus 6 divided by 2 into 3 ఎట్లా చేస్తావు అని అడిగితే నువ్వేం చెప్పావు నాకు? So that can you tell me how do you evaluate the expression? ఎట్లా చేస్తావు ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్? ఇప్పుడు what is the result of this? అదే ఎలా చేస్తావు క్యాలిక్యులేషన్? 20 plus 6 ఫస్ట్ చేసి ఇలా చేస్తావు. How you are going to evaluate the expression? Will you do like this? Will you do like this? Huh? No, right? How do then? Okay, firstly, you have to do 6 by 2. What is the result of this? 3. So 20 plus 3 into 3. Now, what is the portion you are going to evaluate here? ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తావు? Then obviously 20 plus 6, sorry 9. Then 29 is going to be a resultant value. Are you clear? Great. ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తాం? What is that star? Huh? What? Power. Exponential operator. If you look at the priority precedence of an operator, the highest precedence to which operator it has been given according to the predefined table? Yes, I have shown you already, right? Correct. First exponential operator చేసిన తర్వాత మళ్ళీ డివిజన్ వచ్చి మళ్ళీ మల్టిప్లికేషన్ సేమ్ ఆపరేషన్. ఒక చిన్న ఆపరేషన్ ఎట్లంటే ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇలా కూడా చేస్తాను. అసలు ఇది అసలు మ్యాథమెటికల్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్. What does that operator? Less than symbol is, what does it mean? What? Left shift. 2 లో ఉన్న వాల్యూని ఒక్కసారి లెఫ్ట్ షిఫ్ట్ చేస్తుంది, బైనరీ వాల్యూని, విచ్ హాస్ హైయెస్ట్ ప్రెసిడెంట్. ఒకవేళ ఇలా రాస్తాను అనుకో, ఇస్ దట్ మీనింగ్ఫుల్? It is meaningful. Post increment, pre increment, have you remembered? Therefore, whatever the prior knowledge you have in mathematics, don't be too confident about it. Certain things has to be reformulate them according to the language you have to be learned. Bitwise operators, identity operators, even though certain operators we have, like, membership operators. These operators you haven't come across with mathematics. For only in programmatics you are going to see them. So, right? So please don't be neglect any part of what I am teaching to you. నేను చెప్పే వాటిలలో దేన్ని నువ్వు నెగ్లెక్ట్ చేయడానికి లేదు. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ టెల్లింగ్ యూ irrelevant things. They are very closure things, but you should try to understand. Clear? So I think today I'm going to stop this particular session today. Whatever the practices, whatever the things till now we have done, cautiously, kindly execute them on the tool. If you are confident, you can go to. Clear? Thank you so much. Do you have any questions? Okay. So organize them in the same form. Write the program in the same form. I'll be share the programs to you, to your WhatsApp group. Kindly, in your system also, whatever the programs you are creating as part of the PyCharm, you are going to have PyCharm projects. Where is that? Yeah. Within which the name of the project name is that August. Yes. Where today we have discussed about fundamentals, theory and program. Both I'm forwarding to your WhatsApp. here, open them, write them the programs in the Python, try to clear it off.